right, we are good to go.
Hey, well, I'll get us started. Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen Mcdonald. I'm the Director of Tech and Orientation Programs and Outreach and Recruitment. And we've gathered together today to do the debrief for Experience CSUF Become a Titan. So thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate it. It's a big crowd at this session. So Isaac, Laura, and Emily and I will we'll share some data with you and some other things, some steps moving forward over the next hour or so. The sessions have been running varying lengths, and then we'll give you some time for Q&A. So it's we'll jump right into it now, and we'll get going. So even though I just kind of spoiled a little bit of the excitement of the agenda there, here is what we will talk about. So we'll share the event data with you, of which we gathered lots and lots of data. We'll share the key takeaways, the results of the Qualtric survey that we did. We had about 3,800 responses on a Qualtric survey that we sent post-event. So we're really excited to share that information, data, feedback that we got there. We'll tell you what we learned from using the platform and a little bit more about that and how we'll use it for summer engagement on the orientation side, or to supplement orientation. We'll tell you about some next steps. We have an ask for you, and then we'll do some Q&A if we all have them. We'll also share another Qualtrics form for you all to give us feedback as well. So that's what we'll talk about. So now we'll dive into the data. So I know that it's tough to have someone read data to you, especially after lunch, so I'll try and make this as painless as possible. So this is the data that we received from Experience CSUF from the entire week. So this is the event overview. So from April 17th to April 23rd, we had 4,288 unique visitors to the platform. So to give you an idea, we invited about 39,000 admitted Titans to the event. So this number of unique visitors does not include any of our campus guests, campus partners, anyone who entered the platform through the link that was shared pretty widely around campus. So this is just admitted students for this. So during this week, we had 13,759 presentation views. There were 5,295 links clicked, and these are the most watched presentations. So the virtual tour was very popular, as you can see. So shout out to Laura and her team. We had almost 3,200 folks taking virtual tours with us. The Experience CSUF welcome. So the message from Fram and Julie, Dr. O, the Alumni Association, ASI, our Tambos, and our orientation leaders there. So our welcome video was next. Then financial aid, which is not surprising. They're usually very popular at these things. Housing sessions were awesome with 1,000 views there. And then our next steps presentation, so freshmen and transfers. So we had a total number of activities. So links clicked, presentations viewed, folks in chats were 70,804 activities. So we were very pleased with this number, as were the folks from Platform Q that we worked with, because the average event the average number of activities engaged with on their platforms for their events that they host is about, I think they said 7 to 8 is average. Like that's where they're thrilled when it hits 8. We were at 16 and a half. So we didn't know any better. So we were like, oh, this looks good. And they were just super, super psyched. So this is one of their largest activities of the year that they've hosted. So they were thrilled with that. And then the links that were clicked the most, I believe, were the agenda, and also the deposit, the click here to accept your offer of admission to become a Titan, which was the activity button that was on almost every page. So we were thrilled about that. So then, as you all know, this year we decided to make this a multi-day event, whereas in the past it's been in person, and last year also like a one-day event. So usually just a Saturday. Throughout the 6 days of the event, these are the breakdowns of visitors by day, and then the activities that they engaged with, and then the average activity per visitor. So you can see this is a really great way to show that the multi-day event worked. The activities were still up. We knew we'd see some drop off, but overall we were very pleased with the numbers per day, given that this was a 6-7 day event. So those are the individual events. And then on May 1st, which is the enrollment deposit deadline day, Emily, who's our senior coordinator, who's here with us, and Ken Rios, who's our orientation coordinator, who I also believe is here with us. Emily and Ken did a SimuLive video in the platform, and it was about 12 minutes long, and they talked about how to accept your enrollment deposit and become a Titan. So they walked students through the steps, and that video had 1,211 unique visitors. So we were really pleased with this. We blasted an email out the day before to all 39,000 students saying, Ken and Emily are going to be live. We'll be in the chat. Like, come see us and we'll answer all your last minute questions. So that we had not done before. This was very popular. As you can see, the presentation views at almost 1,400, and from that, 409 links were clicked based on that. We were also very, very active in the chat, like our outreach and recruitment team, the orientation team, and we had other campus partners with us as well. So very popular, and we did lots and lots of chats that day. So that worked really well as well. So we were happy about that. And then the overall engagement. So April 17th, when we did the kickoff, through May 11th, I believe is the last time we had this data updated. So we had 5,976 unique visitors out of the 39,000 plus that we invited. So this was 15% of admitted students engaged with the platform. So we were thrilled with that number. It was very high. And given that it was online, we were really pleased with this. So from April 17th through May 11th, we had 16,727 presentations viewed and 7,024 links were clicked. So we're at almost 100,000 total activities. And again, the average activity per visitor was double what they were expecting through the platform. So that is our overall engagement. And then, so the key takeaways from this, so what did we learn? So almost 2,500 presentations were watched after Experience CSUF, and 1,385 were from the May 1st event. 1,073 were between the Experience CSUF time and May 1st or after May 1st. So this is telling us that students still engaged with the platform even after the week was over. So we were really pleased about that. Students continued to come in. So 254 entered the platform after May 1st. So they were either rewatching or watching for the first time some of our on-demand content. And let's see what else is in there. So yeah, so basically that was the key takeaway. So the week-long event worked. We were pleased to keep it open, and students did go back in and re-engage with the platform. So, and now Isaac will tell us about the survey results.
Thank you, Colleen. So yeah, as we shared, we had a lot of great insights as to, what was popular on our platform, what was successful on our platform. But the other piece that we also wanted to get insight on, and we're excited to share with you right now, is the student experiences, and did it meet the mark of our objective of the event, right? And so when we were thinking about this virtual event and historically what this event means to students, it's building a sense of community, it's fostering a sense of confidence when you're selecting, Cal State Fullerton as an option, providing information so that they feel that they have all of that information in front of them to make that decision even more confidently. But again, just building a sense of belonging. And so as we, created our survey with the help of Jessica de la Torre in assessment, we're really happy to see that we had a high response rate. So as Colleen mentioned, close to 3,800 responses, and it's still growing. We're going to close it out this week. But from the information that we're able to gather, as you can see there, very positive feedback. So over 97% of our students said that by, going to Experience CSUF, their expectations were met, right? And what we mean by that was it useful? Did you find a sense of community? Did you find a sense of relevancy in terms of what we shared with you? And so 98% said that Experience CSUF was useful. 89% felt connected to the Titan community, which I think is really telling and a big success for us, because building a sense of connectedness or belonging could be a little difficult and challenging in a virtual format. But, with the help of our campus partners, such as yourselves, we were able to still create that sense of belonging and inclusion. And so 94% said that they felt belonged at CSUF, and 98% said that they felt welcome during the event, whether it's engaging through chat, whether it was engaging through the SimuLive or live sessions, whether it was just kind of watching the videos that you all had provided. They felt a really strong sense of welcomeness and belonging. And so that was a huge success for us. And, congratulations to you all, because this is a collective win for all of us to make this event successful. So that was really huge on our end. And kind of continuing on, we also wanted to make sure that not only did you feel welcome, not only did you feel a sense of community, did you find the information useful? And so very similarly, we're really happy to see our results at the really high 90 percentiles. And so 98% students said that the information on academic colleges or programs was useful. Similarly, 96% said on information on academic resources was useful. And then when you all come in terms of campus resources, campus life resources, 96% said that all the information that you provided on your subpages was useful, similarly to student wellness. So huge shout out to you all for, creating that sense of community, that sense of, relevancy in terms of what you put it on your subpage. It was really exciting helping you upload that information. And so students are walking away very thankful, very confident on, what they experienced. So kind of closing out the survey results, we also wanted to gauge, well, where are students within the college selection process? And we understand that choosing a university and kind of endeavoring in college is such a huge undertaking for students. And so we saw that 78% of our students committed to CSUF, 11 of them at the time planned to commit to CSUF, 6% were unsure, and 5% did not plan to attend CSUF. But one of the things that I think is really, again, telling about the success of our event is 92% said that by attending Experience CSUF, it made them consider CSUF as an option. And I think just kind of seeing the success from the usefulness to the engagement, they felt very confident. And so during our time from April 17th to the 23rd, 1,325 students accepted their offer to CSUF. So that's a huge success in our eyes. I think, again, just wanted to give you all a shout out because we all did this collectively. And so those are some of the takeaways that we had for the survey results. There's definitely thousands and thousands of responses. And, Laura will share in the slides to follow some of the more, I think, tugging at your heartstring data, qualitative data on their actual experiences and whatnot. So I'll go ahead and pass it on to Laura to share what we learned and a little bit more about the student perspective.
Thanks, Isaac. So I think collectively we can say as a team and as a campus overall, we all learned a lot about hosting our very first campus-wide virtual event. And so we learned a lot while we were receiving data kind of as the event was navigating through the week. And then at the end, when we had our kind of final meeting with Platform Q education folks, that we learned that the students continued to engage with on-demand content even after the April 23rd deadline, which I think we thought maybe it was just going to stop. We knew it was going to be open, but we were like, are they really going to go back in? Yes. They were continuing to go back in. And we also learned that the content consumed was mostly the shorter general session information. So they were looking at resources. They were looking at that type of information. And so that's where you all maybe have seen a lot of views on your on-demand videos because students were looking for the resources, for the support services to help them be successful in college. I know that Leanne from Student Live shared some information. They had a lot of traffic for Student Live. Students are looking for ways to engage and get involved. The data also suggests that the pre-recorded sessions with the live chat were most effective. And so we also know that when you do the Simu-Live session, as soon as, within 10 to 15 minutes of the video airing, it automatically drops down into the on-demand section. So it's on demand very, very quickly. And that's how students navigate through things. They're on their device. They're used to kind of the Netflix scroll thing. They're accustomed to that asynchronous information superhighway kind of environment where they can access information at any time of the day. And this platform provided that avenue for them. And the other thing that we certainly appreciated about recording in the platform services with the pre-recorded sessions were the closed captioning, right? So we can make sure that we could reach all of our students and that we were inclusive and gave access to folks as they needed it. We learned that for the weekend events, students engage more earlier in the day. Between 10 and 12, it was super busy. Things were moving and shaking and it was, as we've kind of joked throughout everything, it was popping. That was really nice to see. And our midweek sessions had very, very good engagement. So yes, we had thousands of folks on Saturday, but we had hundreds of students on throughout the week, which was really, really good. That if they joined us on Saturday, or they were not able to join us on Saturday, they still felt compelled to come and see what we were offering. So that was really a good thing. And as we've stated before, students continue to engage in the platform after April 23rd. The site is still up and open, and students are probably still in there trying to figure out what things are gonna look like now that, you know, they've kind of made that official commitment to come to Fullerton, and they know that they're gonna start moving into the orientation phase. They're looking to see what else they can do. And then this is kind of a fun graphic. This shows where our students were logging in from geographically during the event. So yes, California, Northern, Central, Southern, super kind of lit up with the access points, but you'll see we kind of moved across the country a little bit as well. Some Texas, we had some vacationers off the coast of Florida. It looks like we moved into kind of the mid-Atlantic and the East Coast. But I think this tool was really powerful, especially for our California students, because even if you were just down in San Diego, it might not have been feasible for you to physically get to Cal State Fullerton, even if we were to have an on-campus event. And so the fact that they were able to log in at the convenience of their location and really still showcase, see how we are showcasing the campus and see what we have to offer, and have access to the videos and the chats and, you know, all the wonderful things that were offered. So we had obviously a heavy presence in SoCal, but Central and Northern California really came in heavy, and it reflects in our admit numbers. We had a lot of students from out of local area who accepted to come to Cal State Fullerton. So our enrollment numbers are very good right now. So we're super excited, and we certainly have you all to thank for that as well. But some of the kind of text comments that we received that we wanted to share with you is students felt that as if they had a sense of belonging, right? This event and attending seeing the videos and looking at all of the things that we posted on the subpages helped them make a decision to commit to Fullerton, right? And as we look forward to the other comments that they've posted, they can't wait to attend. They thoroughly enjoyed all of it, right? All of our subpages, all of our content. It created a strong sense of community for students. Folks are looking for that right now. And we were able to achieve that in a virtual environment with our energy, with our content. It really helped them with the decision to commit. And I think this large quote in the middle just kind of really speaks to why we do what we do. Fullerton truly wanted me. That's huge. That's extremely important. We want students to know that we want them, we value them. They love speaking to our outreach members, right? That they don't know really who works in outreach, but anyone they were able to speak with or chat with, they certainly appreciated that. They said that we provided the resources that they needed, which is huge because they'll feel supported now during the orientation process, and then again when they're on campus in the fall. And here's to being a future Titan. So I just think that speaks to all of the efforts that we collectively as an entire campus team put together for this event. And as we look forward to the June 1 orientation opening, I'll go ahead and turn it over to my colleague Emily, and she'll talk more about our summer engagement opportunities.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura. So now kind of thinking about what the summer has to offer for all of us. So we have a couple of different ways that we are engaging with the students this summer. And so I've talked about a couple of these in the last couple of months, but we wanted to put them in a succinct list for you all. So we do have a YouTube playlist under the Titan Orientation Program's YouTube account. Students can browse through all the different videos that we have there. In fact, most of the videos that can be found on the Experience CSUF platform can also be found on our YouTube with closed captioning. So they're in both places there, so students have easy access. We do have a TOPS podcast that's run by our other senior coordinator, Edwin. And that is continuing on from last year due to popular demand. So he will be continuing that and partnering with, I'm sure, some of you to put out some awesome content there from the podcast. As far as our social media goes, we use both of our orientation and outreach Instagrams heavily. I would say daily we're on there interacting with students, reposting things from other campus partners. So you can find us on there. If you haven't already seen, we do have 2 live chats, one on the Titan Orientation Program's website and another on the outreach website. Those are very, very similar to the live chats that some of you may have facilitated through the platform. That is one really cool feature of Platform Q, is not only can they do chats in there, but they can also do them on our external website. So we have a chat on each of those. During those operating hours, there's students or professional staff on the other end answering questions. And 2 more things that we are doing. So we are bringing back the swag bags, and we will be handing these out during the beginning of the fall semester. So instead of mailing them out like we did last year, we are going to be able to cut some costs there, since we do see the students this time at the beginning of the fall semester. So you'll see us go ahead and doing some booths outside on campus, and we'll hand out those swag bags with those swag items inside. And then our last piece is a fall welcome week. Our departments are planning a fall welcome week. We're in the preliminary stages of that right now. We're planning some pieces and trying to kind of put together what we think would be the safest route for students to be able to engage during a welcome week. So as soon as we get the green light on that, we will go ahead and reach out to folks to hopefully partner with us for some fun, socially distanced events for that welcome week. So those are the pieces that are outside of Platform Q. And then as far as the Platform Q engagement pieces, we are going to continue to utilize this platform to engage with our students. And so we really feel like we are fully trained now. We've done a lot of the legwork. You all have done a lot of the legwork to get it to where it is at this point. And so, you know, we have a great foundation built. And so we're going to continue to build on that by facilitating simu-live presentations, live chats, and on-demand videos. And the reason we picked the 3 of those is because those seem to, 1, be the most popular amongst the students, and 2, they have the most engagement when we look at the data from experience. So we're really taking that data and utilizing it to mold how we will be approaching the summer. So all of the Platform Q engagement that our offices are going to put on is going to be in the month of August. So everything else that we mentioned in this previous slide will happen throughout June and July, and of course a welcome week at the beginning of school. But our Platform Q engagement, we're really going to focus on August and making sure that students are really excited about school starting and being able to go into the platform at that time and utilize that space to check out the resources, to take a campus tour, to chat with folks from different offices. So August is the golden month for Platform Q engagement. And so we would love for you all to partner with us once again and engage with the students in this way. Again, a lot of the legwork is done. We're all pretty well trained and well versed on this at this point. So, you know, these are some requests that we have and some parameters to what we are requesting from you all if you would like to partner with us. So like I mentioned, we are going to be moving in the direction of simu-live presentations. So that would mean that any presentation that you would do would be recorded with Platform Q ahead of time and would show live at the time that you select. So next to that, you would be able to have a live chat to really make the presentation feel like it's happening in real time. So we are choosing that simu-live approach. It really got the best views. Ken and I actually did that May 1st one, like Colleen mentioned, and we went into the studio, I think 5 days prior, virtually, of course, went into the studio and recorded the 10-minute session. We actually got it in one shot, so we recorded it in one simple thing. There was a staff member from Platform Q that was there to coach us through, and he started the video, ended the video for us, helped us with any of the pieces that we needed. Very easy to schedule, very easy to complete. So we can vouch that, you know, myself and the team, even if technology is not something you're super comfortable with, you will have 100% support from Platform Q and our team to be able to record this session. So we are asking that the recording be no longer than 15 minutes, and that's backed by learning that about 15 minutes is the attention span that we got from the students engaging with the content. So, you know, if you would like to do a Simulive video, we ask that you keep it under 15 minutes. And we ask that it is completed by July 26th, because like I mentioned, August is going to be the month where all of this content is put out there for the students to engage with. So for our campus partners, for your group, all of this content will be shown August 2nd through the 13th in the platform. So there's going to be lots of engagement happening. You could have your live chat next to it. And there's really no limit to the amount of videos that you do. We just are hoping that you are able to contribute something to allow the students to engage with you all, just like you did for that experience piece. So I know this is a lot. I know that there's some parameters here that's going to be hard to remember. And so I'm going to go ahead and put together an email with the rest of the team that lines these parameters out for you all, and sends you this recording of this video as well sometime in the next couple of days, so that you have that and are able to start working with your team to schedule that recording if you would like to do so. So that's a couple of things that we have on the docket coming up. We're really excited about our summer engagement, our Platform Q pieces, and we're excited to keep working with you all since apparently it was so successful. So we're going to continue that on throughout the summer.
And then we have one additional ask before we get to questions and answers. We'd like your feedback. So we have received feedback from the students and the families that participated in the event, and we would like to hear how the experience was from your end. So we put together a very brief Qualtric survey. It's very brief, that you can access either through the link here or through the QR code. Emily will also include it in the email that we're sending out later this week as a wrap up to this meeting. So please take a couple minutes and help us out with that, so that we can make sure that we're meeting your needs moving forward with the platform, with the event, things like that. So yeah, so that's what we have. So if anyone has any questions or anything, we'll stop sharing and open it up. And I think most of you know how to connect with us, but here we are anyway. You can always find us here. So yeah, so if there are any questions, we're here.